Well, Catherine, how are you feeling? Let me ask you that.
I'm feeling pretty good. We're getting ready for the election on Tuesday, so we're pretty busy in that way. But I'm glad that town meeting is over and that it was very successful because I think it was very well attended, and I think a lot of things were discussed ahead of time on social media. So I think a lot of people. It took a lot less time than it could have taken, I think.
Let people know about your article and what was that all about, because most people may not know what you tried to do and what you were able to accomplish.
Well, at last year's town meeting, I brought forth an article for a home rule petition to the legislature to allow Nantucket to have a nonprofit operate a funeral home and crematory on Nantucket. In the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, funeral directors have to own 10% of a funeral home operation in order to use their license. To me, that's a conflict of interest right off the bat. So
only 10%?
Only 10%. Yeah.
Well, who owns the other 90%?
The corporation that they work for.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. I got you.
So, and crematories have to be sited in a functional cemetery. So a cemetery that's been burying people for a minimum of 5 years. And it has to be a certain size. So we're exempted from that. And so we can site our crematory in the industrial area, which I think it should be in, because all our cemeteries are in residential neighborhoods. And I think in order to be sensitive to people, it should be out of town.
So you put this article through, and last year, and how did it go last year?
Very well.
Yeah.
It was voted at town meeting, and then Senator Dan Wolf, and Tim Madden, our representative Tim Madden, brought it to the State House, to the legislature. And they had an almighty battle on their hands. It received vehement statewide organized opposition from the Mass Funeral Directors and the Crematory Associations. And Tim said they had never seen, it was a talk of the State House, he said they had never seen such organized opposition to a single local initiative. So that was
How were they able to
get
it through, though? I mean,
what they did was they talked to everybody. They talked to everybody. We had many letters of support explaining why it's important that we need, local care here. This is the thing that was in the Mass Funeral Directors newsletter. It was sent to me by, I still have lots of friends in the business. And so they sent this to me and said, oh, just FYI. So we overcame, the opposition. And Tim called me late on the evening that it was approved by the legislature at the very end of their work year and said, it passed. He said, miracle of miracles, it passed. He said, well, I guess you're on the side of the angels with this one. And we feel with the assistance that we've received and the support that we have, we really are on the side of the angels.
So are we going to have a funeral home here now?
Yes.
We will.
Yes.
I mean, I was there, and I did listen to the opposition. And can you understand why some people would feel the way they do?
Well, I think, yes, I do understand. And we choose to believe that they are opposed because they don't really understand our mission.
And then also because they feel that it is a business. It would be like Holgate's dry cleaners. If we don't have a dry cleaner, their thought was, should the town allow a dry cleaner based on, give them the land for a dry cleaner?
Well, they're not giving us the land.
Okay.
The nonprofit is leasing the land.
Okay.
And what people forget is that we, the voters, are the town.
Right.
It's our land.
Yep.
And we still have the power to decide who serves us best through our elected officials and what serves us best. So I believe that the legislature recognized that this nonprofit will serve Nantucket the best. And also that this is something that the people want. It's something they believe they need. And the enthusiasm that we've seen and the support, people have Our builder's going to build for cost.
Yeah. Have you got it all ready to go?
Oh.
I mean, is everything really?
Yes.
When are we going to break ground on this?
Well, we need to finish raising the funds.
Oh, okay.
And everything is set up. We're registered with the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. We're registered with the Attorney General. We are a nonprofit corporation. Our mission is to serve the people of Nantucket as a funeral service, not a funeral business.
Right.
So the profit motive is gone. All we need is to sustain it, which it will sustain itself. We have a low death rate, and in the past, a business has not wanted to open here because it's just not
Okay.
going to pay them to do it. So a nonprofit, I think, was recognized as the only way that is going to work here.
And to generate the funds that you're going to need, if there's a low death rate, where do the funds come from then?
The funds come from the funeral.
Because the profit element is taken
It's
out
gone,
of it?
yes.
Okay.
So we can do things for cost.
Wow.
And we'll probably charge just a little bit more in order to build up an endowment. For those years, we only have 45 deaths. And that the
Right.
years that we have perhaps 80 deaths like we did this past year, that will give us a little cushion to expand. And we've already figured out what our costs will be, our operational costs, with the salary for the funeral director. We have a 2-bedroom apartment that's planned over the funeral home. So we have a lot of options open to us. One of the options that we have is that we can hire our own staff, our own professionals. We can contract with the Off-Island Funeral Home to, run the operation. And I have spoken
Okay.
to a couple of the off-island firms about that. And we also have the option of having a cooperative like the hospital does, where they would have, they have traveling people come in and they stay for a certain amount of time and they stay in their housing. We could have a rotating series of people that come in to service, our operation. So things will be a lot less expensive for people if they go through the nonprofit. If they choose to continue to use off-island funeral homes and businesses, that's fine with us. They can use our facility, so they don't
Right.
have to send the bodies off-island.
Right. I
They can
see.
use our facility to continue to serve the families. We're fine with that. We're happy
it.
with that.
Got it.
I think this is a by us, for us community project, and people have been really, really enthusiastic. People have already donated money, goods, services. We have people lined up to do electrical, plumbing work, finished carpentry, interior design, landscape design. It's just, we've been really overwhelmed with.
Where's it going to
support.
be, Catherine?
Well, according to the vote from town meeting the other night, the funeral home will be sited across the street from the Stop and Shop, from the Sea Grill, and next door to Nantucket Auto Body.
Okay. There's a little lot there right next door to
Yeah.
Nantucket Auto Body?
Yes. And then there's a road, and then there's another lot that will be used for the Newtown Cemetery. And then the crematory will be sited way out of town in the industrial zone. If you drive, excuse me, if you drive out past the VFW
Yeah.
and get to the gate,
Yep.
by the airport
Yeah.
there, and you just keep on driving, and you go past the NRTA building, and you go past
Sure.
the electric people and all that, that's where the crematory will be, way past that.
But that's going to be a bit of a challenge, isn't it? I mean, the crematory.
No,
Well,
why would it be?
I don't know. Isn't it expensive?
No.
We've never had a crematory here, though, right?
No, we haven't.
Okay.
But we have everything all priced out, and
It will make cost-effective sense. To have.
yes, it will.
Okay.
Yes, we've got all the hard figures.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, we've never had one before, and the reason why we didn't probably
We didn't
was
have the numbers.
Right, the numbers weren't there for a
Yeah.
profitable.
Exactly,
Right.
for a
So,
business.
but for a nonprofit,
for a
it makes sense.
nonprofit, it absolutely will be sustainable.
Well, I mean, it was a real interesting town meeting. What people had to say was,
Yeah.
you made your point, and congratulations on getting
Thank
it
you.
passed. And
Well, I didn't do it by myself.
I know.
I had a lot of assistance, and planning board was fantastic. I got good advice from Linda Williams and the CPC. I got great advice from the finance committee. just so many people have really recognized that this is something that Nantucket people want and need.
Yep.
So the board and I are happy to do the heavy lifting, and then after it's done, I can just relax.
Best case scenario for it to be open, would you say? How?
I mean, a timeline?
Yeah.
Maybe next year, sometime next
Hopefully
year.
a year from now.
Yeah,
Or
hopefully.
in 2016 sometime.
Yeah. We have to apply for our lease from the selectmen, and trucks.
Yeah.
We have to apply for our lease. We have to finish raising the money, and everything's really all lined up with our vendors in terms of our preparation room. Our entire facility is really, it's all, our business plan is set. Our design is almost done. Our engineer was working for free, and our builder.
Oh, I know that guy.
Yeah, he's a great
You've
guy.
got a good guy working for you.
He's a great guy.
You betcha.
Yes, he is. I'm very fortunate.
Yes.
And our builder and so many people. We have some wonderful people on our board. We have several other memberships to the board pending, and we have some really, really good support.
All right.
So I'm really pleased. I'm happy for the people of Nantucket.
Yep.
And I just, I'm just very happy for the people of Nantucket.
Okay. Well, thank you, Catherine.
Thank you.